Heads up! You are in the Hoodwood. I'm the Black Bandit KJ Green, welcoming you to this week's program for May 24th, 2018. Coming up in this edition, the Cavs are running on fumes. Why Friday will be the last time you will see LeBron in the land. Rockets push the Dubs to the brink, but will CB3's bulky hammy be the difference? Can the Caps live with prosperity and the prospect of their first Stanley Cup? While what NFL is screwing up royally, all that fat dab head slap and a final thought to the haters. All coming up in the Hoodwood. Are you ready? Let's go.
You're tuned into Sports from the Hoodwood, the internet's foremost location for no-nonsense commentary, insight, and opinions on the world of sports. Here, now live in living color, backed by popular demand, your host, KJ Green.
Greetings from the Hoodwood, where the haters are still out in force, but it matters little because I'm still here, and I still have my opinions, and you're here with me, and that's all that matters. This week, I know, I said that the Cavs were going to get swept. And, of course, egg on my face, like usual. But the Cavs didn't get swept, so what? But they're not winning the East. Quote-unquote advantage is going to save the Celtics, and that's that. The Cavs have shown that they cannot win in Boston, have had a hard time winning in Boston, and LeBron James is running on fumes. Watching Game 5 Wednesday night was painful. And I'm talking about just painful to watch. I mean, the Cavs look lost. And LeBron looked flat out tired, worn out. He just did not look his usual dominant self. And think about this. James has played 90 or more games in a season, regular season and playoff games combined, each season, each full season since 2011. 2012 lockout shortened year is exception. He played 85 games that year. LeBron James has been to 7 straight NBA Finals. 7. Only a guy named Russell may have been to more in a row. And even he didn't play the kind of numbers of games every year. I mean, think about it. The Celtics, in their glory days in the 60s, only needed to win 3 series to win the NBA title. Whereas LeBron James has to win 3 series just to get out of the East. So he has to win 4. So it's 3 rounds to get out of... So yeah, 3 rounds to get out for Russell and them. 4 rounds, and these series are all best of 7 every series. So, lockout shortened game, 2012 series, he played 85. This season, tomorrow will be his 99th game. That's the most games he's played in a season, and that's not even saying if he gets to the finals, which I don't think he will, but if the series goes to a 7th game, which I'm thinking it will, he will play his 100th game, which will be the most he's ever played in a season, regular season and postseason combined. And he looks worn out. I mean, he's only played 100 games in a season. That was 2011 when he was 27. LeBron James is 33. And I'm wanting to tell you, once you pass 30, you don't bounce back as quickly as you do. I mean, I remember playing ball in my 20s, and I'm not saying I'm any kind of NBA player or anything like that, but I remember being able to play basketball with my homies, football, softball, and we play every day. Every day. Now, I'm lucky if I can play once a week. I go to the gym and I'm worn out. I can't imagine what someone of LeBron James having to go through the kind of pounding he's had to go through night after night. And he's played all 82 games. And he's not just playing just part in every game, a little bit in every game. He's playing close to 41 minutes a game every night. That's going to take a toll. He's had to log more minutes. He's had to have more responsibility. He's basically the focal point. He is Cleveland's offense. And the Cavs are not supplying him with the kind of support he needs to get through games. Meaning he's had to have more responsibility and do more work. I have never, ever seen LeBron bent at the waist like he was in Game 5. Like he was totally spent. Totally worn out. Now, if the Cavs get the win tomorrow night, which like I suspect they expect them to do, and James will play a 7th game in Boston, and I expect them to lose. The Cavs are out of gas. And Cavs fans will look at Friday, May 25th, as the last time they saw LeBron James, in a home uniform. Now, I know I said it was going to be Monday. We're Game 4, which they did win. But looking at the Cavs now, they're done. And LeBron James's run in Cleveland, second time around, is done. And Cavs fans will live with the look of James as the heroic figure having to leave town. And as I said here last week, will curse Cavs management, which will be powerless to keep James from seeking another ring in another city, which will likely be Houston. Speaking of which, I like making pundits mad. It's something I enjoy doing. I've had pundits tell me, KJ, you're stupid, which I've heard people tell me that before. I've been called worse things by better people. But they do not like the fact that I have been openly telling people that the Rockets will beat the Warriors in the West. They hate it. Hate me saying it. The Rockets seem to be good at making the Dubs uncomfortable. They play at just this weird pace. 1 minute they're flying up and down the court, daring the Dubs to run with them. The next minute they're pounding the ball. I mean, in the TNT broadcast, Kenny the Jet Smith was counting how many times James Harden was pounding the rock. 10, 12, 14 times. It's mind-numbing sometimes to watch the Rockets offense because all it is James Harden dribbling the ball, dribbling between his legs, dribbling at the top of the key, and doing a step-back three. Now, if he's hitting it, it opens up the offense. Everybody's flying around the ball. I mean, people are trying to fly to stop Harden. It opens up everybody else. But when he's missing, it's ugly, and it's painful to watch. I mean, the first half of Game 5 was absolutely hideous. Watching both teams just play this stupid ISO ball, which I wish teams would get away from. They weren't moving the ball. They weren't passing the ball. It was painful to watch. And when the Rockets take the fight to the Warriors look discombobulated. They aren't used. It looks like they're not used to being pushed. They're not used to a team running with them hard. Now, you have a game like Game 3, where the Warriors made a mockery of the game. They ran the Rockets out the gym. They beat them by 40. It was like an ugly game to watch. And the critics all said, oh, it's going to be a gentleman's sweep. But the Rockets decided they were going to play their kind of game, an ugly, grinding type of game, which Game 4 in Oakland, Tuesday night, was probably one of the best games of the series. It was tight, it was taut, it was back and forth, and it was two teams of the first rank going at it. And I love watching games like that. It doesn't have to be 110, 105 games. I mean, that game had high drama, and I loved it. The funny thing happened late in Game 4, where after the Rockets started out down 12-0, came back, took the lead, took a double-digit lead, gave it away. The Dubs went up 12 points with Stephon Curry having just an outrageously unconscious third quarter. And you thought, okay, the Rockets are finally done. But the Rockets climbed off the canvas, whittled the lead down, took the lead themselves, and ended up making a game of it, though the game was tight late. The Rockets hung on for a 3-point win. Though the Dubs had a shot to win the game, which I still say Chris Paul should have intentionally bricked hard the free throw to make the clock run. But he didn't. the Warriors had a shot to win it. And Steph Curry in the corner, reminiscent of a game 30 years ago. God, I feel so old saying this. Where the Celtics were playing the Lakers in the 87 finals. And the Celtics, right after Magic Johnson's junior skyhook, have the ball with a chance to win the game. And Larry Bird is being guarded by James Worthy, and he walks him up the court, and then all of a sudden darts back the other way, catches the ball clean in the corner, boom, plants his feet, lets fly, but he bricks it. And I remember watching this game with my mom, and we're watching that, and when Bird caught the ball, and I was like, he's got him. Because Bird did miss shots like that. And he missed, and he had this look on his face, and he's like looking at Pat Riley, who was coach of the Lakers at the time, like, how are you going to let me that wide open? Because usually Bird that wide open doesn't miss. Curry was that wide open. He had a clean look at the bucket. He missed it. The Rockets tied the series. Now, after an ugly first half of a game 5, the Rockets pull off a 4-point win. But that win might be costly. Chris Paul hurt his hammy late in the fourth quarter, though the Rockets were able to hang on for the win. And if he go, the Rockets are not winning the West. And I know, I've said it on these airwaves before. The Rockets were winning the West. But if they don't have CP3, they're not winning. If CP3 is a no-go, the Rockets aren't winning the West. No way. Not happening. Entre nous, no effing way. Not gonna happen. Now, are the Warriors in trouble? Not yet. Now, they're gonna go back to Oakland for Game 6 Saturday night. And as sure as I'm sitting here, the Warriors will win that game. And I'm pretty sure that game's gonna be ugly. Curry's going to have about 30 points. Durant's going to have 38 points. And the Warriors will win, which will set up a one-game Memorial Day showdown. And everybody's going to be watching it. And if CP3 is able to go, if he's 80%, the Rockets win. If he's not able to go, if he's in street clothes, forget about it. It's going to validate what I've said all along. The Dubs can be beat, but the Rockets are pushing them hard. More thoughts on the Stanley Cup when we come back.